Hello everyone, welcome to another video of this revision series. In this video, we will look for vomiting and antiemetics. First, what is vomiting? It is the expulsion of contents of the upper gut through mouth due to mass antiperistaltic action. And it occurs due to diverse etiology like most commonly gastrointestinal infection, motion sickness, pregnancy related vomiting, and sometimes inflammation or infection of some viscera like appendix, gallbladder, etc. So, due to any cause, the center that gets stimulated and mediates the vomiting reflex is vomiting center that is present bilaterally in the medulla. And there are some associated areas that causes stimulation of this vomiting center, and these areas are also getting stimulated by various stimuli. We will discuss this one by one. Anyhow, after being stimulated, the vomiting center sends some efferent fibers to the abdominal wall or in the diaphragm that mediate or promote emesis or vomiting. Amongst the associated area, the most common is the chemoreceptor trigger zone situated in the medulla, and this is rich in some nerve fibers like D2, 5-HT3 receptors, M1, H1 or NK1 receptors, and the stimuli that stimulates this CTZ are poisons, endogenous toxins, chemotherapy, and sometimes radiation. Most of these stimuli stimulate the CTZ via blood. So, as a pharmaceutical knowledge, if one has to develop or design some antiemetics that will prevent vomiting due to endogenous toxin or chemotherapy or radiation, he or she might develop some drugs that will block these receptors which are rich in CTZ. Similarly, there is some stimulus from vestibular apparatus or inner ear due to motion sickness, and they send afferents via cerebellum to this vomiting center. And these nuclei, vestibular nuclei, are mainly rich in M1, H1 receptors. So, as antiemetic for motion sickness, M1 blocker or H1 blockers are effective. Similarly, another important associated area is nucleus tractor solitarius, which are rich in M1, H1 or 5-HT3 receptor, and they get signals from various viscera via vagal and splanchnic afferents, which are itself rich in 5-HT3 receptor. The viscera that sends this stimulus are mainly pharynx by gag reflex, stomach, appendix or intestine. Inflammation or infection of any of these part may stimulate the NTS. And sometimes from higher center, like from cerebral cortex itself, some stimulus like emotion, pain or smell of particular substance may stimulate vomiting center by cortical cannabinoid receptors. So this is all about the regulation of vomiting center. Now if we look for the antiemetics and its example, for motion sickness the antiemetics will be H1 antagonist or M1 antagonist, like as we have already discussed, vestibular nuclei are rich in M1, H1 receptors. So for motion sickness, H1 antagonist and anticholinergics will be effective, and among them promethazine, dimenhydrinate are some important drugs. For morning sickness related vomiting, H1 antagonists are effective, and doxylamine, cyclizine, meclizine are among them some important drugs. For chemotherapy or radiation induced vomiting, 5-HT3 antagonists are effective. Ondansetron, ganisetron are some popular names. For postoperative vomiting, antihistaminics, anticholinergics combination like promethazine or D2 blocker plus M1 blocker combination like prochlorperazine are important drugs. So this is a very basic idea about antiemetics. Always the pharmacology book is recommended for further reading, and this is just revision or basic ideas before starting any topic related to vomiting. So thank you guys for watching.